What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered. In today's episode, the Modern Warfare 2 Remastered Rumor Roundup. So rather than making a video every 2 hours as we've had new news, quote-unquote news break about the upcoming, quote-unquote upcoming Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, I've decided to wait until everything kind of comes to a head and attack it all at once. So today's video is a little shorter. I want to get through it all very quickly because at the end of the day, this is still a rumor about a leaked game. So we can't really put too much stock into what we hear. Yes, there's a lot of really good evidence pointing in the right direction, but people are taking it a little too far. I've been upset with what I've heard of Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. We're going to get into it all in today's episode very quickly. I want to get through it all because, believe it or not, there will be an Activision announcement next week. Modern Warfare Remastered. First things first, I've been playing Modern Warfare Remastered looking to get some gameplay for this video, and I have to say, this is still, to this day, my favorite current gen console CoD. I'm really enjoying Modern Warfare Remastered, headed back to play it for a couple hours, and I had a blast. I really enjoy this game. I think Raven Software, the dev team behind Modern Warfare Remastered, did a fantastic job. No, they weren't making their own Call of Duty game, but bringing it into the current generation, they did a fantastic job. And I would be very interested to see what Raven Software has for us in the future. Unfortunately, that brings us to our very first rumor, and that is Raven Software will not be working on Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. A Raven employee came out and they've said, yeah, no, we're not working on Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. So who does that leave to work on this new game if it is a thing? So who is working on it? That leaves another one of the B developers to work on Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, like Beanox. Beanox was responsible for Black Ops 3 on the last gen consoles, and it was an absolute shitstorm. It was terrible, it looked blocky, it looked bad. And I don't want to see that developer take on Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. If there's going to be any Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, I want Raven to work on it. Or I want Infinity Ward to work on it. Give Raven the reins for a new franchise or Modern Warfare 4. And let Infinity Ward bring their old vision into the future. I don't want a crappy B developer working on this game, because Modern Warfare 2 Remastered would be incredibly important to me, being such a fan of the franchise. Next up, that Raven employee that gave us that information that Raven will not be working on Modern Warfare 2 Remastered also leaked. The big one, Modern Warfare 2 Remastered will only contain campaign mode, and it will sell for around $25 to $30, and it will be released next month in April. That seemed kind of crazy in April, but I could believe that if it were campaign only. The only thing is, there's no way in hell they're going to release campaign only for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. That would basically be shooting themselves in the foot, especially after all of the internet outrage. I strongly believe that's why Activision is hosting this announcement next week to tell us what's actually going on, because the rumor mill can get out of control, people can come up with some crazy things, and the Call of Duty community isn't exactly great for latching on to things. Like, we can get kind of crazy when it comes to our Call of Duty. So, to see that it will be campaign only, I really highly doubt that. Maybe it will start off as a campaign only. Remember Modern Warfare Remastered when it was first released alongside Infinite Warfare? It was campaign only, and then they introduced multiplayer, and then they introduced more maps, and then they introduced the Variety Map Pack, and they added on to it before finally allowing it to be purchased individually. So maybe we'll be able to purchase individually the campaign first. They want that game out and out of the way so it's not competing, cannibalizing the audience from Black Ops 4. Maybe they are releasing Modern Warfare 2 Remastered campaign while they work on the multiplayer. Maybe later in the summer they will release the multiplayer as an add-on or some kind of DLC, or hopefully it'll be free, because that's kind of what we all want. Nobody really cares about the campaign, and while I love the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, it was my absolute favorite campaign from the Call of Duty franchise. I played it a ton of times, and I will be playing it again if they gave me that chance. I want to see multiplayer. I want to see Spec Ops, most importantly. Screw multiplayer. I want to see Spec Ops myself. But multiplayer, Modern Warfare 2 is one of the most iconic first-person shooter multiplayer experiences that has ever come out of first-person shooters and video games as a whole. Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer is huge. It's very important. And I refuse to believe that they are that stupid to release Modern Warfare 2 Remastered and have it campaign only. So there's that, and there's also the campaign. It raises the question of no Russian. It's kind of a really bad time in terms of political controversy to release that mission. Will we be able to play no Russian again if they do a campaign? Is that going to impact the sales of the game? That's an entirely different topic, an entirely different video. And then, of course, if we do get this game and there is multiplayer, there were a host of problems with the multiplayer, which some players have been pointing out. A lot of people were talking about that when the rumors first came out of Modern Warfare 2 Remastered. What happens to the noob tubes? What happens to modernizing the game? Will they keep it the same? Will they update it like they did with Modern Warfare Remastered? Will they add supply drops and supply drop weapons? That was all a big deal, and then campaign only. So I want to make a follow-up video and talk about how they might modernize the game, multiplayer issues in Modern Warfare 2. We'll talk about that after the Activision announcement. I want to hear from the actual developers. I want to hear what is happening before we get into the rumor mill and start talking about how we're going to change the game. That is it for today's video, guys. Just getting you caught up on all of the rumors, campaign only, the dev team isn't going to be Raven Software, all that nonsense. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one.